Science 3. The planets. Objectives. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to. The students should be able to identify the planets in the solar system and determine the position of the planets from the Sun. Do you know what is the name of our home planet, or the planet where we live? Yes, we live on planet Earth. It is the only planet with people living on it. It is also the only planet where living things like plants and animals can survive. Did you know that there are other planets besides Earth revolving around the Sun? Let's watch a video to help us learn their names. Are you still confused if there are 8 or 9 planets in the solar system? The solar system is where human beings live, considering the fact that it is the part of the universe where the Earth is determined to orbit across the solar. The number of galaxies in the universe is largely unknown to humans. In fact, scientists speculate that there may be an infinite number of galaxies. Our galaxy, the Milky Way, is estimated to host about 100 billion planets, most of which orbit a star. In the near past, astronomers have discovered hundreds of planets in our galaxy, some of whom exhibit some Earth-like characteristics. Our solar system comprises of the Sun, 8 planets, and their moons, and several small solar system bodies. Previously, Pluto was considered to be the 9th planet in the solar system. However, in 2006, Pluto was demoted to the status of a dwarf planet due to more concrete, strict definitions of what a planet is. To be a planet, an object must not only orbit the Sun but also have sufficient mass to have a rounded shape induced by gravity. A potential planet must also be the most important object in its neighborhood. The planets in the solar system are as follows: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun. It is also the smallest planet in our solar system. It completes a full revolution around the Sun in 88 days. It is a rocky planet with an equatorial radius of 1,516 miles. Interestingly, Mercury does not have an atmosphere. This means that the temperature can fluctuate from 840 degrees Fahrenheit during the day to -275 degrees Fahrenheit during the night. Mercury's orbit is oval-shaped. On some occasions, it can be viewed from Earth. Did you know that you may be able to see certain planets in the sky without using a telescope? In particular, you may be able to see Venus, which is the second brightest object in the night sky after the Moon. Although it is not a star, Venus is called both the morning star and the evening star because of its brightness. Venus is the second closest planet to the Sun. It is also the hottest planet with a mean temperature of 863 degrees Fahrenheit. The atmosphere on Venus is dense and traps warm air within it. Venus is Earth's closest neighbor. Venus has the longest revolution and rotation times than any planet in the solar system. It takes 224.7 Earth days to revolve around the Sun. The rotation of Venus on its axis is so slow that it takes the equivalent of 243 Earth days to complete a single rotation, which means a single day on Venus is longer than a whole year on Venus. Planet Earth is the only planet known to host life. It completes a revolution around the Sun every 365.256 days. It is 92,955,820 miles away from the Sun, and is the third closest planet to the Sun. It is estimated that the formation of Earth began 4.54 billion years ago. Its total surface area is 196,940,000 square miles, 71% of which is covered by water, while the remaining 29% is land. The Earth's atmosphere protects life from uninhabitable space, shields us from harmful radiation, and controls the weather. Earth is the densest planet in the solar system. Mars, also known as the Red Planet, is the fourth planet in the solar system as well as the second smallest one. It has a solid surface just like the Earth, but its atmosphere is thin. Mars is half the size of the Earth and is 143 million miles from the Sun. It is sometimes visible from the Earth in the evening due to its bright surface. Liquid water is not found on the surface of the planet due to the low atmospheric pressure. Researchers are examining the possibility that life once existed on Mars. Scientists believe that the ice caps on the poles of the planet are made up of water and that the ice on the South Pole would fill the planet's surface to a depth of 36 feet if melted. If the skies are clear and you know where to look, you may also be able to see the other planets, namely Mercury, Mars, and Saturn, with your naked eye. You may also be able to see Jupiter, the third brightest object in the night sky. Jupiter is the fifth and largest planet in the solar system. Along with Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, Jupiter is considered to be one of the solar system's gas giants. It is a gaseous planet, which means that it has no solid surface, although researchers believe that its core is solid. It is so large that 1,300 Earths would fit inside it. Jupiter's atmosphere is violent. Wind speed travels at an average speed of 340 meters per hour, twice the speed of a Category 5 hurricane on Earth. The planet has 3 rings made of dust particles that are difficult to see. It takes 12 Earth years for Jupiter to make a revolution around the Sun. Saturn is the second largest planet in the solar system after Jupiter. It is a gaseous planet just like Jupiter but has 9 continuous rings and several ringlets made of rocks and ice. It is considered the most beautiful planet in the solar system and is composed of hydrogen and helium. The diameter of Saturn is 9 times that of the Earth. Its volume equals that of 763.5 Earths, and its surface is equal to 83 Earths. However, it weighs only 1/8 the mass of the Earth. It has nearly 150 moons, 53 of whom have been named. Uranus is the third largest planet in the solar system. Its surface is composed of a frozen component, and it is therefore considered an ice giant. However, its atmosphere is made up of hydrogen and helium alongside other ices, such as methane, ammonia, and water. Although it is not the furthest planet from the Sun, it is the coldest with temperatures that reach -224 degrees Celsius. Uranus is the only planet that does not radiate heat from its core. Uranus is around 2 billion miles from the Sun. Neptune is the furthest planet from the Sun. It was first considered a fixed star by Galileo, who used mathematical predictions to discover it rather than the regular method of making observations. It is nearly 2.8 billion miles from the Sun and completes a revolution around the Sun every 164.8 Earth years. Neptune completed its first revolution in 2011 since it was discovered in 1846. It has 14 known moons, with Triton being the largest. Its atmosphere consists of hydrogen and helium. It is the windiest planet in the solar system, posting 9 times the average wind speed of the Earth. Recently, NASA, or the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, discovered that Neptune had flowing rivers and lakes of liquid methane. Pluto has a smaller diameter than that of the Moon, about 2,300 kilometers, and it's the planet that farthest from the Sun. In 2006, it left this listing because it turned into consideration a dwarf planet. At present, astronomers and scientists argue whether Pluto should be reclassified as a planet. Since then, they have discovered other dwarf planets like Pluto, such as Ceres and Eris. Finding and observing the planets of the solar system in the night sky isn't as tricky as you think. You just need to know where to look. When a planet is in a particularly favorable position in the evening or morning sky, it will look like a bright star, the most obvious point of light visible to the naked eye. The other thing about spotting the planets in the night sky is that they can also be found along the ecliptic, which is the imaginary line that the Sun appears to traverse in the sky over the course of a day. No zone. When watching the night sky, you can tell whether what you are looking at is a planet or a star by the light that it gives off. If the light is steady, then the object you are looking at is a planet. If the light of the object seems to be blinking, then it is a star. To check how well you understood the lesson, let us have a short exercise. Identify the following. 1. It is the second largest planet in the solar system after Jupiter. The correct answer is Saturn. 2. It is also known as the red planet. The correct answer is Mars. 3. It is the third largest planet in the solar system. The correct answer is Uranus. 4. It is the third closest planet to the Sun. The correct answer is Earth. 5. It is the closest planet to the Sun. The correct answer is Mercury. Great job, kids!